Let's come on over to our bolsters and we're gonna roll down. And let's start our breathing and lengthening our spine with the breath. And as we settle into the bolster, start to feel how the back is gently lengthening and the chest is opening. And let's take a few slow inhales and exhales. And now we're going to add the arms, the angel arms with this. So really slowly so we could feel the lengthening and the opening across the arms and the chest. And as we widen the arms, we feel the shoulders opening as well as the chest. And let's do a couple more. And now with our arms up over our head, let's reach the arms and stretch even more. And we're going to slowly turn the head to the right and take a breath and then over to the left. And we'll come back to the center and bring the arms down. And let's put our hands on the low ribs and just do a little bit more breathing. And feel the widening across the ribs with each inhale. And while we're doing this, let's roll the shoulders up, back, and down. One more time. And notice that the breath is a little bit deeper now. And let's slowly turn to the right side. And let's start with the shoulder rolls with the left shoulder, just a few times. And we're going to go even bigger and start to bring the elbow around. And make the circles even bigger as we bring the whole arm around. And let's do a few more, rolling the chest open. And we're going to do one more big circle and hold the arm open. And notice how gravity is helping us to lengthen and open. We're just allowing this stretch to happen. And one more slow breath. And we're going to bring the arm around, and then let's face the bolster for our spinal twist and breathe. And we're going to take 5 slow breaths. And let's slowly start to come up. And as we come up, we're going to move the bolster a little bit to the right so that we can find a deeper stretch with the upper body and lay it down on the bolster and take a few more breaths. And the stretch is in a different place in our spine. And now we're going to come back up and take a breath in the upright position here. Maybe we could turn a little bit more to the right and take a few more breaths. And now we're going to bring the bolster back to the center of our mat and then turn to the other side and do the whole thing. So we're on our left side and we're going to start with our shoulder circles with the right shoulder, up, back, and down, and just start to feel the opening. You can close your eyes so you really feel the opening. And we're unwinding tension. Start to lead with the elbow and roll the chest open. And unwind the whole shoulder and the arm. And let's do a few more. Easy does it, and just notice and feel. And let's do one more so we can hold the arm open and find an even deeper stretch. And allow gravity to help us open the chest, the arm, and the shoulder. And when you're ready, we're going to come back around with the arm. And let's turn our chest toward the bolster for that twist. And breathe. And we're slowing the breath down, breathing into the right kidney. And let's take 5 slow breaths. And then let's slowly bring our arms to us and press ourselves up. And again, we're going to take the bolster over to the left a little bit so we can increase the stretch and lay down on the bolster again and breathe. And notice the breath in a new place wherever you're feeling it. And let's take 3 more breaths. And then we're going to come on up and continue to twist a little bit more to the left and breathe as we lengthen. And then let's come to the center. We're going to move our bolster back to the center so we could straddle our legs around the bolster. And let's just start with our hands on the bolster, rolling the shoulders up, back, and down. Take a couple more deep breaths. And now we're going to twist to the right. And then over to the left. And we're going to come to the center and forward fold. So we could put our forehead on the bolster. And we're going to slow the breath down. Notice how we can let go as we exhale. Coming deeper into the pose, and we'll take 5 more slow breaths. And now we're going to slowly come back up. And let's put our hands down behind our hips and roll the shoulders down. Inhale and look up. And then we're going to come back to the center and twist to the right again. So we're systematically lengthening our spine. And then twist to the left. And we're going to come to the center and put our bolster on our right leg and lengthen toward the foot and breathe. And just notice any kind of resistance with the breath and just allow it to flow in softly. And a couple more breaths. And then slowly start to turn the chest open. So we're going to leave the right arm down and bring the left arm over and find a little bit more length and space. And 2 more breaths. And we're going to gently come back up. Just notice we're opening up all these fibers that are really sleeping in there. And now let's take the bolster to our left leg. We're going to do the same thing, lengthening toward the foot. And let's take a few more slow breaths. And then we're going to do leave our left arm down, bring our right arm over, and kind of situate yourself so the chest can open and breathe. And think about these fibers waking up as we breathe life into them so they lengthen. And a couple more breaths. And now we're going to gently come back up. Take another deep breath here and notice the difference. So as we're breathing, notice how the body is already more open than when we began. We're going to crisscross our legs and take the bolster in front of us, or the pillow or the block, and lengthen forward. And allow the breath to gently flow into the whole spine. And we're slowing this long breath down. And for these last 3 breaths, kind of feel a different opening. Maybe it's higher up, maybe it's deeper in through the back. And then gently come back up. Put our hands behind the hips. Inhale and look up, squeezing the shoulder blades together. And we're going to come back to the center and put our palms facing up on our lap and just breathe. And notice. Let's take our right ear toward the right shoulder. And if you need to move the bolster or the pillow over there, feel free to do that so your head feels like it's not going to fall off. And just allow yourself to lean over there. So we're getting this bigger stretch in the left trapezius. And then we're going to come on up and try the other side. Slowly, our left ear is coming toward the left shoulder. And feel that deeper stretch. And we're going to come back up and just notice. Now we're going to turn just the head to the right, tracking the eyes. So we're stretching the eye muscles. And then slowly over to the left. And back to the center. Now we're going to take our bolster and just, as we lengthen our legs straight out, let's put the bolster on our legs. And we're going to see about our hamstrings. And forward fold. And now we're going to breathe into the whole spine. And with each exhale, we're elongating forward. And let's take 5 slow breaths. And now we're going to slowly come on up and put our hands by our hips and inhale and look up. And then come back to the center. And we're going to take the bolster behind our hips. And let's use our block so we can come into a back bend. And we're going to do a little bit of breathing here. So our head is going to be on the block. And we're opening through the chest and breathing. So we're letting the whole front of the body lengthen, just like a waterfall. And as your legs are pressing down, lengthen them away from you so there's a greater stretch. And slowly relaxing into this back bend, slowing the breath down again. And today we're going to focus on this area above the navel and below the ribs. And feel that opening. So many times as we walk and move, we're crushing that area and not breathing completely. So we're going to allow ourselves a little time to do that. And feel the space between each breath. And with each breath, we're breathing in a beautiful sense of lightness, of springtime and energy. Visualize that coming into your body. And our body is receiving this energy, and it's going into every cell and molecule for good health. And we're feeling our arms reaching out like butterfly wings. Visualize and feel these butterfly wings opening. And slowing down the exhale. Feel the expansion across the chest, all the way down through the arms and the fingers as the wings expand. And let's take 3 slow breaths. And now we're going to roll to the right side. So our left arm can come over our head. And notice the breath coming into new places, into the ribs. And soften each exhale. And let's take 3 slow breaths. Feel the chest opening. And when you're ready, roll to the other side. Still supporting the head on your block. And we're going to bring the right arm over our head and allow that deeper stretch to happen. And the space between each breath. And by doing this practice with these slow breaths and movements, we're finding our patterns of resistance. And as we observe them and we see them, they can gently release. We're softening the breath and the space between each breath. And let's take 3 slow breaths. And now we're going to bring that arm back around and just stay on our side for a couple more breaths to transition. And we're going to gently press ourselves up. And we're going to come to over on our belly. So let's put the bolster down on the mat lengthwise and lay over the bolster so we can feel our back body opening with the breath. Notice how long and slow and soft the breath can become. And with the chin pressing into the edge of the bolster, we can release any tension in our neck. And feel the wings expanding again with 5 slow breaths. Now we're just going to turn our head to the right and feel that stretch. And then try it as we turn our head to the left. And then back to the center with the head. And let's bring our hands underneath the shoulders. We're going to do our supported cobras with the breath. And see if you can inhale all the way up and slowly exhale all the way down, elongating each breath. And we're going to do a few more. And wherever you are, we're going to come into a child's pose. You can bring your knees wide or bring them together, whatever is comfortable. And notice how the energy is going in a new place as you breathe. And see if you can slow down each breath and take 3 more breaths. And let's lengthen our arms in front of us. And we're going to do our iguanas. So we're going to bring our chest and hips forward and look up. And come back to child's pose. And we're just going to do a couple more. And when you're ready, we're going to come into our downward dog and press each heel down one at a time. And we're going to walk toward the bolster with our feet. And now we're going to come into a forward fold and kind of turn the bolster so you could hug it on your legs and just breathe. You can make this any way you want to. You can bend your legs. You can kind of rock a little bit. And now we're going to bend our legs and put the bolster back down so we could sit on our bolster, and we're going to do our pretzel pose and bring the right leg in, left leg behind us. We're on the left side of our bolster, and we're going to roll our shoulders down and twist to the right, and hopefully you feel a lot longer. Now we're going to keep lengthening to the right as our left hip lifts up, and adjust yourself for this deeper twist. And then let's walk forward, hinging from the hips. And let's take a few more breaths. And we're going to come back up. Now we're going to take our right arm down. So hopefully you could take your right forearm down to the mat. Reach the left arm over and roll the chest open. Notice the difference in your breath. And you can adjust yourself if it's too much on your forearm. How to make this stretch work for you. You can lay down on this bolster to come into a deeper opening. And a couple more breaths. Allow the stretch to happen in any way for you. And now we're going to slowly make our way back up. Carefully if your head was down. And let's switch sides. So we're going to come to the right side of our bolster and do our pretzel stretch. Taking the left leg in front and the right leg behind. First of all, sitting up tall, rolling the shoulders down and twisting to the left and breathing. And now we're going to lengthen over there so the right hip lifts up and find a deeper twist and stretch. And then we're going to walk ourselves forward, hinging from the hips. And gently come back up. And now we're going to go to our side stretch. So left arm down, right arm over. And again, just adjust yourself. It might start, the pose might start in one way, and then your body tells you to do something different. So adjust yourself and find a deeper opening. And let's take a few more breaths. And just 2 more breaths. And very gently start to bring yourself back around. And the head comes up last, really important so you don't feel dizzy. And we're going to come back on our bolster and just sit cross-legged and flip our palms up and breathe. And as you close your eyes, let's feel that slow breath again. Notice the difference in every way in your body. The spine is longer. There's more space between the ears and the shoulders. Our chest is open and filled with divine love. Feel this energy moving through your body with each slow inhale and and slow exhale. Finding that peace inside. And as we focus now on our breath, we're feeling it coming in through the belly, how it's opening with each breath, bringing in vital energy and vitality to each cell and molecule. Noticing how the ribs are opening and pliable. Visualizing the lungs receiving this vital energy. And through our blood, bringing that into each cell for good health. Helping this steady rhythm in our heart. Finding the softness and the gentleness in each breath. And we're going to tuck our chin just slightly. Being aware of our throat area. This area of our body for speaking the truth and bringing truth into the world. And now we're going to bring our hands to our heart and notice the sun and the moon, the right side and the left side, in balance. Wishing our whole earth and our brothers and sisters everywhere peace. Let's take a deep inhale and sigh. One more time. Namaste. Thank you for coming today.
That was beautiful. Thank you, Marian.
Good, I'm so...
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. How was the sound? Can you tell me? I made a few changes because of Zoom. The sound was okay or no?
Yeah.
Good.
I had to make mine a little louder, but I don't know whether that was me or you. So.
No, I did too. It was a little softer than usual, but it was.
Oh, thank you, Loretta.
That's what I want to know. I always want the feedback because it was through Thea I learned there was problems with the crystal bowls. So it's set for the bowls, but I'll turn it up tomorrow for class. Thank you.
Right. Right. Everything was very clear.
This is good. This is
yes, ma'am.
All right.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Bye, ladies.
You ladies have a wonderful day.
You too. Enjoy. Bye-bye.
Okay. Thanks. Bye. Save some dessert.